and I live on Burwood, just west of Southfield. On Saturday, I was the victim of a home invasion. The police believe that I interrupted the person while he was in my home, and he went out a dining room window. Needless to say, it was very upsetting to me. I lost some jewelry, I lost cash. Anyone in this room, it could have been you, your parents, your children that ran into this crap person in their dining room. So since then I've been just feeling like a victim. Oh, I didn't know I'd be so emotional, I'm sorry. But I feel really like I haven't left my home that much. But anyways, why I'm here today, I want to ask the village to consider maybe a email alert, something that you could send out to people. If I would have known that there was a crack person in the community doing break-ins, I think I would have adjusted my behavior. So this is something I think you should look at and do it quickly. And I was also very concerned to hear that there's been about 10 break-ins in the neighborhoods here. Those police gave me a website that I could get information about the community. It hasn't been updated since April. So even that, if there's information that you can give the community about what's going on here so we can protect ourselves, I have no problem being responsible for myself. But if I don't have the information, seeing it in the Observer 3 months later would not have helped me. The other thing I want to have you consider is solicitors in the community. 3 days before I was broken into, there was a Comcast person in the area putting stickers on doors saying that they missed me, they would be back in a few days. When I came home, I saw a car in front of my home, and I'm right at the corner of Burwood, and I assumed it was a Comcast person again, and it was possibly this person that had broken into my home. So it was that close. So I guess my question is, how do people get permits to solicit in the neighborhood? Who are these people? Is somebody checking them out? How do I know this person should be in my neighborhood or not? I've been told by the police that if I see someone suspicious, call. How do I know if they're suspicious or if they're going to be allowed to be in that community? And that's all I have to say.
It was upsetting to me. We have 20 little kids within 5 houses. I came to learn after that break-in, I was out of town Thursday. I got a call when I was in Chicago that there were dogs running behind our house, and there was 4 or 5 officers searching the area for that break-in that happened on Saxon. To her point, none of us knew this was happening. And after we knew the second one happened, we went around to several of the seniors we know in the area that leave their doors and windows open, including us. And so it's all, none of us know when the next break-in is going to occur. To her point, I think it would be great that you look at that software that's available that can do an instant alert. I would really like to see us, all of us have Blackberries and Motorola's and what have you, and the ones that don't, they have the robotic call if there's something urgent in the community. I think that would be awesome. Since 2 have happened within 2 blocks of each other, they still don't have a person in custody, from my understanding. That person's still out there. Back to solicitation too. Is it Terry? Yeah. The last week, midday I was in my driveway, and there was 2 gentlemen that walked up playing basketball with the 2 4-year-olds next door to us. And I just asked what they were doing, and just to say hi to them, and they said they were soliciting and they were selling magazines. And ironically, not ironically, but they started putting a press on me to buy their magazines, and it got to a point where they wouldn't leave the property. And I did speak to the captain and lieutenant. They advised that to call the police, call us right away. They could possibly get 100 calls for this. And I asked about the solicitation policy and tried to learn more from a few people. There is nothing that, people always flash you say they have a permit. And I don't think any of us know what a permit looks like if there is one. A suggestion I would make that others thought was a good idea would be to, if you're going to issue a permit, issue that permit copy out to all the people in the village so they know what the permit would look like. And that way we can verify. I mean, people are afraid of opening their doors. And since this incident, I know several people in our neighborhood that are loading their shotguns and guns to, because they're concerned of their safety. And I think it has to be addressed quickly.
About a month and a half ago, and I went to the police. My neighbor was up reading late, and she had her light on. She didn't have her light on, but she could hear my alarm go off on my car, and so therefore she cut her light on, and the young people ran. So I went away on a little vacation. I came back, and Monday I went to Detective Schultz over here, and I showed him where they had tried to get my hubcaps again. So he does it for fingerprints. I don't know what became of it, but if there is a person that's a crack addict, he told me, well, they could get $200 or $300 for your hubcaps and your wheels. So I just would like to say maybe we do need to have somebody to kind of watch out for a crack. Of course, you wouldn't know them just looking at them, but to be a little more careful. They really have ripped up my tires and wheels, you know. And being a senior, it's a little hard for you to catch them. If I did, the police told me to call them. So that's the only avenue I know to take is to go back over there to call them. But it has happened to me twice. Okay, thank you.
I share the concern of property crime. I think what's been demonstrated here is you've got a lot of people willing to help, a lot of vigilant citizens. Anything we can do to help, whether the fastest thing. I think if the people who do these things get the idea that it's an easy community to access for property, it's going to be something that they tap, and hopefully it's just one or two people committing it, and the word gets out that there's a good watch program, and information gets disseminated quickly. Whether it's a written watch or an email watch, I think probably more than half the community could be email watch, so it could get just knocked out very quickly, and then maybe some people who don't have access to it, written watch, or the people get the email could print it out and take it over. So just want to reiterate that we're here to support, and anything we can do information-wise, we'll do it. Thank you.